Good morning, my prince. Oh my, it's 10:15. Could you possibly be ready to start our day? Oh, I guess that's a no. Okay. What what happened with your breakfast? You only wanted to eat the good parts? What happened? You just picked out the good pieces. Did you do that? Here, you have a wet eye. Let me get it. Okay. What happened with your breakfast? You're silly. I have most of my main window shades down this morning because it is cold. It's been windy all weekend. Nothing super severe, but just enough to make it cold, you know? Yesterday I posted an updated video, pretty much an annual video, about how I stay warm in the winter. It seems like a few things or a couple things change each year. So that video has been very well received. It's funny because a couple people are like, oh, you think it's cold there? You should come to such and such and such. No, that's why I'm not there. That's why I'm a nomad. That's why I'm in Arizona, because I don't want to come to that sort of cold. Like, and you can leave too. Like, we're not trees. We don't have roots. You can leave. No, there's a reason I'm in Arizona. No thanks. I grew up in the Midwest. I've done that sort of cold. That's going to be a no from me. I love the desert. The other thing is too, it's like there's like a 30 to 40 degree difference in temperature in the Arizona winters. You can have 70 degrees during the day and then 30 degrees at night, and that's ultimately what makes it feel so cold. That huge temperature drop. So it's chilly. Somebody was so sweet. They're like, "Oh, how do you stay so cute in this wind? It's so brutal, like out in Quartzsite." And I'm like, "This is your answer right here. It's beanies, it's beanies and hats. Otherwise, I'm a damn mess." I shifted my van this morning so I could use it as a barrier against the wind, since the wind is very much blowing from the west. So just kind of moved my stuff. I'm cooking some bacon right now, what I have left of it. Brock got his weather station put up yesterday. It's very fancy, it's very cool. My friend Justin had one last year at my meetup, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. So Brock was interested. Well, he was very interested, so I bought him one for Christmas. So he has the full station with the tablet, and we've been obsessing over it. It's pretty neat. I got legit nervous last night when gunfire started to erupt around me at like 11 p.m. And I was laying down. I mean, I think I was like laying down and like resting, like closing my eyes by 10:30, and then gunfire kept me awake until 1 a.m. I carry a firearm. I'm all for the Second Amendment. I'm all for your right to bear arms, but I'm also for responsible gun ownership. And being a responsible firearms owner does not mean shooting off semi-automatic rifles at 11 p.m. on a Saturday when there are lots of other people and campers around. That's just not smart. Like, bro, don't do that. That's just dumb. There is no reason why people should be in a public camping area shooting off guns at 11 p.m. at night. And I mean, these were semi-automatic rifles. And it was constant. It was constant for 2 hours. And I started to get nervous because I was just like laying here like, oh my God, like a stray bullet could just like hit my van or like it was really freaking me out. It was really freaking me out. Winston actually had to go out at like 12:45, which is rare. And I was nervous because I could hear the gunfire, but I mean, he had to go out. So we went out and I saw this car like off in the distance, its headlights. And again, we are in the desert. It's hard to see. All you have is the moonlight. And this guy is just like racing his vehicle through the desert like a bat out of hell. Like, it was so terrifying because it was pretty obvious to me that this is the person who was shooting the guns. And I started to get nervous that they were like going to come over here. And I mean, clearly these people were armed, or person or whoever it was. And there had to be alcohol involved because there's just the incompetence and the stupidity, I feel like, is just too much for like a sober person. The way they were flying through here, it's like you can't see. They had to have been drunk. So when you mix alcohol with firearms and the darkness, it's a recipe for disaster, if you will. I don't think it's cool for people to put others at risk, but again, and it's also unfortunate that people like that have access to such deadly weapons. You know, there's a fine line there. Like I said, I'm all for responsible firearm ownership and all that stuff. I mean, I am one, right? Like, I get it. But there's a fine line, and you shouldn't mix stupidity and incompetence and alcohol with semi-automatic rifles. No, I'm just gonna be a no from me on that. So stuff like this happens every now and then when I'm boondocking. It's rare. Thank God it's rare, and thank God we didn't get hurt. But shit. That was scary. It was frightening. Okay, I just got the boys fed with their bacon. I think Brock made a sandwich for lunch. Winston's just, eating bacon and cheese and everything else that he wants in this life. Now I'm going to get the van packed up. I'm going to head into the Phoenix area tonight, I decided, instead of tomorrow, because I have the football game to attend, and I just want to make sure that I have plenty of time to spend. I think we're all going to get out to State Farm Stadium early since my aunts are coming into town. It's going to be a party. So now it's time to make my bed and get all of this done. Okay, friends, so there's a geocache up on this hill, so we're going to walk up there. Oh. I know. I put on my hiking sandals, so... Look at all that dust that's going into my van right now. No. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Oh, my anxiety. Okay. Oh, that'll get your heart rate up.
Some old foundations from a mine milling plant there. Yeah. 2 mine shafts here by the looks of it.
Yeah, there used to be a huge pile down there by the foundation, and oh, I'm out of breath. One weekend I saw people come in and take it all out.
There's another mine shaft right here.
Yeah, I saw that one. Wow, you are a puppy. Before anyone comes at me, remember, dogs are much better climbers than humans. They have 4 legs. We have 2. Whew. Oh, it's so peaceful. There's the I-10 in the distance. Anyone need a bra? This is disgusting. There are literally bras up here and men's boxers. Oh my God, that is nasty. Ugh. It's always disheartening to see so much trash and litter, and there's shotgun shells and shell casings, and yeah, it's disappointing. Like I said, I don't even want to know why there are like several bras and underwear and like boxers and stuff up here. I don't even want to think about it. You want me to lead? Oh, I thought you were leading. Okay. All I'm saying is my child's 13 and oh my gosh, it's crazy the stuff he still does. It's funny because even though Winston bosses everybody around and he's the sheriff, for the last 13 years, like on walks and stuff like that, he never leads me. Like I always lead him, which I don't believe in, like the whole dominance thing when it comes to dogs and stuff. I don't believe in that. I don't think about it that way. I just don't like it. But especially because I feel like Winston and we're a team. We've always been a team. We work together on everything. But I don't know. He always wants me to lead on walks and stuff wherever we're going. If I'm not in front of him, he's like, "Where are we going, Ma?" Well, after seeing this big trash pile the other day at this other campsite, I remembered that I actually got really big trash bags the other day. So I'm still kind of out of breath from that little hike. I decided to take it upon myself to clean up someone else's mess because I couldn't, with a good conscience, leave the area knowing that it was all right there. So there was a literal bag of shit. I can smell it. So yeah, I will dispose of this properly. I got a couple questions about my heating blanket and my power sources, how much power I have. Now, I do have quite a bit of power. Not as much as some people, but I do have quite a bit. So running a heating blanket is a non-issue for me at night, especially being in Arizona where I have constant sun for my solar, so I can recharge my power stations. But I run my heating blanket on this power station. This is only 600 watts. So this is, I'd say it's on the smaller fly. About to catch these hands. Don't do that. This is on the smaller side, in my opinion. I only use this for two things. My Hot Logic portable oven for my cooking when I need it. And now for my heating blanket. So as I discussed, I use the throw that I got from Temu. I absolutely love it. It is 12 volt. You definitely want a 12 volt heating blanket. It draws a lot less power than a regular plug. And I have all these different settings, 9 different heat settings, 3 different time settings. I actually ran my blanket last night on level 3. Normally I run it on like 1 or 2, but I was colder than usual. Even though it wasn't really colder than usual, I was just colder than usual. So I ran it on 3 all night, and it used 50% of my 600 watt power station. So basically this power station will only last me 2 nights of running my heating blanket, but I have a 200 watt solar panel that I use to charge it up, so it's a non-issue. I also have my Vitomin, my large 1500 watt portable power station that is just dedicated to my fridge. But if for some reason I'm running low on power on my smaller power stations, I can just run this bad boy on my big power station. So lots of different options, but I just wanted to share that with a 600 watt power station, my heating blanket will last 2 nights running all night, like 12 hours, drawing about 30 watts concurrently. between the gunfire last night, dirty undergarments on the mountain, and just picking up a bag of poop that smelled absolutely vile. Yeah, I'm out of here. It's crazy because I've camped in this portion of BLM land before, but not in this particular spot. And I'm normally like kind of over further east. So I do want to return to this area, but I will just stay further east where I normally go. But I'm really disappointed. And actually, I do need to look up the gun laws on Bureau of Land Management land, because I know that in Arizona National Forest, it is legal to shoot if you have a safe backdrop. But I'm not sure on BLM land if those laws are different. So that's something that I need to find out. I need to brush up on that. I'm very educated about firearm laws, specifically in Arizona, because I do spend most of my time here. I am trained and experienced and permitted, even though you don't need one in Arizona anymore. I've done all the tests and classes and all sorts of stuff. So, but I just want to know, you know, for my own knowledge. And I understand that there might be people that are like, oh, you should have called law enforcement or whatever. I did think about calling non-emergency, but I actually couldn't find a non-emergency number for this area. So I just hope those people that sped out of here so quickly after firing their guns didn't harm anybody. Especially driving out of here. That's one of the reasons I don't like to drive late at night, is because I feel like you're at such higher risk for drunk drivers, and I have a feeling they were probably intoxicated. Oh boy, I need to wash my hair. Okay, also, we are heading out. I will wrap up this video, but I have wildlife footage for you. I've had out my camera every single night, but out of the handful of nights I was here, I only got something last night. But it was worth it, and I hope that you enjoy. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Check out this trail cam footage, and I will see you next time.
By your